Okay, I'm back with another deduction tip video. I do have a couple of ideas to get out as well. Before I start with the deduction tip video, I have a request from my subscribers. I am always trying to keep my subscribers interested, keep my subscribers active, interacting with my subscribers. So when I came up with this problem, when I have this problem that I have now, I thought it would be a good idea to turn to you guys for a little bit of help. And that is a request for you to send me pictures for me to deduce. I may not always use these pictures that you send. I may not always use them in my videos because I use them for training not only myself but a few of my students. It's a good practice to make deductions on a daily basis, so I admit that I've been falling short of that. I've had a lot of days lately where I have been so busy at work that I haven't even had time to stop and make deductions. Because of that, you kind of feel useless when you get to a point like that where you haven't made your deduction for the day, you know? Anyway, so what I'm asking is that you send me pictures that you're okay with me seeing, and I will proceed to use them for training personally, and I may ask clarification or confirmation on said deductions, but it will be for good use, trust me. Things that I specifically want pictures of would be rooms, other people, self-portraits, art, or just problems that you come across in your daily life, little puzzles or things that you find that don't quite make sense, things that you can't explain out in public, whatever the case may be. I'll accept other pictures as well, but those are the main things that I want to be sent to me, because those are what I have the highest demand for. A bonus is that some of these pictures may appear on my site once we have it rolling again, or in my Art of Deduction book that I've been very, very slowly pecking away at. I suppose you should send those to me via email, or if you're okay with it, you can send me your pictures in the comments or in my discussions tab. If that's how you want to send them to me, that's fine. And now we'll move on to the second half of the video, which is the tips that I'm sure more of you came for than the help wanted. But the first of my tips today is to always be aware. And by being aware, I am referring to your internal thought process. If you have a hunch, if you have a gut feeling about something, be aware of that gut feeling. Oftentimes, hunches and things like that, they are your subconscious brain working faster than your conscious brain can keep up with. I've had many a time where I've slept on a problem, and in the morning been able to figure it out because my mind had been working without me being aware of it. So being aware of how your mind works, even when you're not focusing on a problem, can be useful. For example, recently, several people at work, quit, found other jobs, moved on. And even before they announced that they were quitting and moving to another job, I knew it. I figured it out. My gut had told me that something was different, that they were going to quit, even though there wasn't any evidence that I was aware of yet. Now, once my gut put me on that scent, I looked for the evidence, and I found the evidence. and I ended up being right. And then a couple weeks later came the 2-week notice. So listening to your gut instinct can put you ahead of a trail that you didn't originally know was even there. Secondly, is hand in hand with this, don't always, just because you come to a conclusion, don't stop there. Always try to contradict yourself. If you come to a conclusion in deduction, you should always make an effort to try to come to a counter conclusion. And a counter conclusion would be another conclusion that satisfies the same criteria. So every deduction you make should lead to your main conclusion, and then you should try to backpedal and come up with a counter argument. If you do this, you're going to come to two conclusions, and one of them will seem like a leap in logic, or will attempt, or will it'll seem like a leap in logic, or it'll seem like it doesn't fit with all the evidence. You'll realize that you might be ignoring certain pieces of evidence, and what this does is it can help you to eliminate confirmation bias. So what you're doing with these two practices, these two tips, exercises, is that you're learning to listen to a sort of sixth sense, and you're also learning to fight your confirmation biases, which can be a big problem for most deductionists. It's one of the earliest pitfalls is confirmation bias. And since I mentioned this earlier in the video already, daily deductions. That is one of the key things to deductionists, is that you have to be making deductions every day, or else it gets rusty, you lose it, you forget about it. And a hard thing, and I plan on covering this later too, is when you make a deduction so often that it becomes second nature to you. Like, you can glance at someone and you know they're right-handed. You don't even have to make a deduction about it. You know it because all the evidence is there and you just pick it up instantly. And that can cause you to feel like you're not making deductions even when you are. You're just unconsciously doing it now. I'll cover that in a later video, though. I had a couple of videos already planned, but someone beat me to the idea, so I'll probably wait on those until a later date. And then comes the last part of the video. My camera glasses that I was using to record my live deductions is broken, so live deductions are on hold for a while. I know a few of you have probably been waiting for those. I'll get back to it as soon as I have a new set of camera glasses that I can use. That's it for today. I'm running dangerously close to a 10-minute mark, which will take literally all day to upload. So thank you for watching, and have a good day.